Good afternoon, boys and girls, friends, lovers, children of all ages. We are live off of 40th and Steel in downtown, is that way, in Colorado. You've seen me here before. We get our COVID tests at this facility. Today, we're at the Party for Socialism and Liberation's Cancel the Rent rally. No evictions, no foreclosures, cancel the rents and mortgages. And we welcome you all here today. Already set up to talk to these fine folks as we start the rally off with some interviews, as we like to do, and ask people why they're out here and what this is all about.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi.
We're just here to support, and a lot of people have a lot of hard stuff going on right now economically, and a lot of that's built into the system. So we're here to support. We'll bring some change if we can.
Okay, and why is it important to you for you today to express the idea that rents and mortgages in the middle of a pandemic don't make sense? What doesn't make sense about that?
Well, I think housing is a human right, and people need houses, they need places to live, and that shouldn't be negotiable. And it gets hard even more so.
So what you live here in Denver metro area?
Yeah.
And so have you seen the impacts of tripod's acting a little funny today, of the housing crisis in the city? What have you seen? What does it look like in your eyes?
Yeah, it's tough. There's a lot of people that don't have solid places to live, and a guy that comes around and does odd jobs for us, making some money, and sometimes he's on the street, but he's like on friends' couches, and he's on his mom's couch, and he's trying to take care of people in his life, and I just feel like housing shouldn't be a variable for somebody. They should have a steady place to sleep in.
Okay. With any of the solutions that the city of Denver's been working on for the last 8 years?
The one that we know about is the Women's Village. It's just
Clara Brown.
Clara Brown Women's Village. I don't know too much about it, but I've seen it in a couple places, and it seems like a cool thing. But
What's the rough intersection again?
Is
Is it down by the Capitol?
No, it's like York-ish.
Yeah, what they do, it's a cool program. So what they do is they
Oh, the gathering place.
They built a bunch of little tiny homes.
Yeah, they move it around.
In a
It's not in one place. So what they have these like mobile things, and what they do is they take them to empty lots.
Yeah.
The people that own the lots will lease them for free to the program, and then they'll just have like this transitional housing there until they build out the lot, and then they move it to a different one. So
Okay.
I don't know. It's something. Something.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I know that there's a couple of what they call safe outdoor spaces.
Yeah.
That are like basically ice fishing igloos. Tent spaces with electricity, heating pads, cots. But I know that we got the provision to do parking lots with tiny homes.
Yeah.
For 6 months at a time. I actually saw a church that had a for rent sign on it, just a little distance from here, and I was like, oh, that's the kind of spot we're looking for.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So I was pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
Can I ask how long you've been in the community here in Denver?
3 years.
3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So where you come from in a part of the world, can we get a rough estimate of the community size that you lived in?
I'm from the Front Range. I've lived on the Front Range my whole life.
Okay.
But we're both from like the suburbs.
Yeah.
Right?
I was gonna say I actually don't know how to answer that question, but certainly not little towns. We've been in like
So
neighborhoods, right? Yeah.
So how does where you grew up and the way that they manage the emergency needs of somebody who's going through a crisis and needs to have a safe place to stay differently, in your opinion?
I'm not sure I know how to answer that question.
I grew up in Portland, Oregon, which is known to have a substantial population of homeless people. And I didn't live downtown, so to be quite frank, I think probably you're feeling this too. We have a lot of privilege. You know, I haven't seen it that directly to me, which is one of the biggest reasons we're here, because we are able to recognize that privilege and we really want to show support. You know, you're not struggling with rent. We're so lucky. But we understand that so many people are, and we believe it takes everybody recognizing it, not just the people who are screwed over right now.
Yeah. Right.
So,
right.
You know, I think we want to know more about what's being done in places, and I know in Oregon or in Portland, there were certainly shelters that we saw, but I also always just heard a lot of complaints about all of the homeless people and how hard it was to walk around downtown and feel safe, you know, coming from where I grew up in the suburbs. And that just never felt good, because it feels crappy on both sides, you know?
Right. And at the end of the day, like, I have a background in environmental science. Mm-hmm. So I want to go to the bathroom where I'm at when I need to, as a human.
Right. Yeah. And you should.
And we should.
Right.
And there's a litany of environmental health. We're in the middle of a pandemic, right? Think about how diseases would be worse if we just all defecated outside.
Right.
And so I'm just curious, have you spoken to your council rep? Have you gotten any information on what the city might be doing to bring up infrastructure, or, you know, the kinds of things that might make these lives and these processes easier? These are always the things that I'm like, hey, you should check into this, talk to your people about these things.
Yeah. Oh man, it's something we're just getting into, right? Like, we always vote for public housing and, you know, like housing funding and stuff like that. But I think this is kind of our first shot at taking a little more action, so we're psyched.
Just new, sweet. That's fantastic. Yeah, I think there's a lot of great things. Definitely, I know PSL's got some stuff on their page. We do meals down in the community with a variety of organizations, and it's really it's an interesting experience, I think, for not only watching or seeing people feed or have meals, but also when you think about it, like, well, in the world that I want to live in, what does it look like? For me, I should be able to walk down the street like I'm in Old Town Fort Collins and throughout the entire city, right? There should be recycling, garbage access, right, throughout the community. Yeah. The impact on the environment, on human life, on so many factors is why all these things are so important.
Yeah.
So I think it's great that y'all are out here getting some love with your sign, and that's always a big deal, right? Because in all the video that I shot in 2020, one of the biggest gripes that I had was that people didn't sign up enough.
Yeah.
Right? You go out to some actions and you'd say, what does this event stand for? So that's one of the things I love about the PSL community and the way they host events, is that they bring the signage.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's super important.
Well, that's great. I think it's wonderful you came out to be involved. Obviously, you got an environmentally responsible ride, so you won't be burning too much today.
That's right.
Which is important. I thank you for your time.
Thanks, man.
You can learn more about the fights with a lot of different places, but my page is the most easy one to find right now is Cut the Plastic. That's my name, the handle. And we're moving also to a new one, a website called TrueTube.live. And so basically, what we learned was that during the little insurrection at the Capitol and some of the other events at the Michigan State Capitol at other locations, is that companies like Facebook and YouTube are censoring.
Oh, sure.
Right? They're cutting the feeds. They're not allowing the truth to be spoken and seen live. Right? There's a reason the ACLU has an app, so you just push the button and they record everything. So that's an issue. So we're building up this new channel, TrueTube.live. A lot of different activists around the country doing stuff. So have a great day. Thank you. There we are, folks. Wish I was on TrueTube today. Unfortunately, I can't be. because the signal with the system. Oh, this is beautiful. Let's get some artwork in here. This your artwork?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I just figured out what's wrong. That's better. I love them. So I'm Brian. Yeah. You look familiar. I thought so. The fuck? How you doing, man? I wasn't sure, so I was like, do I know this guy? Why are you out here today, man? What's it all about to you? Rent strike. Why? What should people know about rents and conditions of a pandemic?
Stay home and they're safer at home and not all these small businesses are destroyed. And then at the same time, still expected to pay rent and then there's a couple eviction moratoriums, but that's just putting off the inevitable. So.
Well, why don't we just give the monies to the bank so that they could figure out who's got all the mortgages on the land, and then they could just pay them off?
What? Give the monies to the banks?
Would that work?
What monies? What monies? Can't pay, won't pay. Tell the landlords to work it out with the banks, because they're all getting fat injections of freshly printed money.
Right. Right.
The banks.
The bank is.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. You know, you got those little mining operations in the back door. Just print it out.
Fat stimulus money printing. Money printer go burr.
Yeah, I think we're about to go another trillion printed in the new stimulus package.
Trillions.
Multiple. Fantastic. Well, it's good to see you. I'm out.
Are you live streaming?
Yeah, dude. I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and
You want a couple posters? I got extras.
you got extras. I can't put them on my car, but yeah, I want one. I can't do it while I'm in the street. Check. Nice. I gotta roll these up. Hey folks, whoa! Alright, so I gotta put these down.
All right, everyone, we're gonna get started here in just a second. Everyone can come on over here if you want.
Alright, let's go over here if we want. Of course, we'll have to edit and mute this all out later because the music, it kills the feed. Sorry.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna teach you guys a new chant. It's really easy. When I say cancel the rent and the mortgages, you guys are gonna say now. So cancel the rent and the mortgages. Now. Cancel the rent and the mortgages. Now. Louder, I can't hear you. Cancel the rent and the mortgages. Now. All right, when I say power to the people, you say all power to the people. Power to the people. All power to the people. Power to the people. All power to the people. Power to the people. All power to the people. That's right. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lizzie with the Party for Socialism and Liberation. We are here today because we need to be. We're here because the people of this country are undergoing a slow death by neglect, and if we do not advocate for ourselves, no one else will. We're here because even though there has been a figurehead in the capitalist U.S. government, there is still no substantial relief for the people after almost 11 months of this deadly coronavirus pandemic. Shameful. This is unacceptable. Unemployment, food insecurity, and poverty are at their highest point since the Great Depression in the 1930s. While more and more people are having to resort to food lines, while more and more people are having to set up GoFundMe pages for their medical expenses, the federal government has thrown us 2 pitiful checks that don't even begin to cover the breadth of our expenses. That's right. When it comes to the crisis in housing, their solution to the eviction, or has been the eviction moratorium, which they hold up as some gift, but we all know that all that does is hold off until one day we're all gonna have to miraculously come up with thousands of dollars of back rent to pay our landlords. When the moratorium ends at the end of March, 1/3 of renters in this country may be at risk of eviction. That's millions of people at risk of being thrown out onto the streets in the dead of winter while the pandemic is still raging. We are here today, joined with people in over 30 cities around the country, to demand a real federal program for housing relief. And that means no evictions, no foreclosure, and rent cancellation. We demand this, or we place this demand on Governor Polis, who has the power to cancel the rents for the state of Colorado. We demand housing rights for undocumented people. We demand housing for the homeless instead of sweeping their encampments. And we can win these things, but only with the fighting movement of the people. With that, I would like to bring up our first speaker. He's a Denver resident and a member of the Party for Socialism and Liberation. Make some noise for Comrade Yafet.
Hello, my name is Yafet, and I'm an organizer for the Party for Social Liberation. Thank you for coming out today for this urgent call for rent and mortgage cancellation.
Yes,
Right now, the people of this country are facing a dual crisis, a deadly pandemic and a government that cares more about profits than its people. The government has been so unwilling to disrupt profits that 400,000 are dead, and tens of millions are hungry, are jobless, and are on the edge of eviction. We are here because without a fight back, we're about to enter a colossal crisis. The crisis of what happens when the eviction moratoriums expire and tens of millions are still unable to pay. There are 40 million people who may be facing eviction. 40 million people who can't pay when the unpaid rent comes due. This is a historic number. Almost 12% of the entire country's population could be on the streets virtually overnight.
Horrible.
The reality is that though we have a president who said he was different, he'd do better for people, we're still looking at more of the same. We are here to say the solution is simple and it is non-negotiable. No evictions, no foreclosures, cancel rents and mortgages. Anything less is not enough. we know what they want to say. They'll say, okay, who's going to pay for this? Well, that's easy. Make the banks pay. The banks have received hundreds of billions of dollars to keep them flush during the pandemic, while the people receive scraps. The banks can't afford to spend rent and mortgage payment. This is not radical.
Nope.
It is time that we demand from our government what the people need to survive. Make no mistake that it is possible. This is the richest country in the history of the world. Many, many things are possible. The people in power believe that they can get away with trampling us, with making us suffer, making us absorb the blows of the crisis. The only way we can change things is to become a force to be reckoned with and demand what we need. We're out here today alongside people in over 30 cities, standing up and demanding real relief from our government. We call on Joe Biden and Governor Polis, both who have the power to cancel rents, to stop evictions, to stop foreclosures, to act now. Both these politicians ran campaigns posing themselves as friends of the people. Time to prove it. They have the power. Their people are in crisis. There's no excuse but to institute these policies now. And we will keep fighting and keep growing stronger because we have no choice but to fight. And we will show them. Who's got the power? We got the power. What kind of power? People power. All right, thank you.
Let's keep that going. Who's got the power? We got the power. What kind of power? People power. Who's got the power? We got the power. What kind of power? People power. That's right. Now, in the spirit of workers' power, I want to bring up our last speaker, a teacher, elected board member of the Denver Classroom Teachers Association, a mother, and a fighter. Please welcome up Moira Casados Cassidy. All right, thanks a lot. Like Liz, my name is Maura. I'm a teacher, I'm a mom, I'm a union activist, I'm a member, an organizer with the Party for Socialism and Liberation. I'm out here to speak today as a person who's dedicated my career to helping kids and who also believes that human needs are more important than corporate profits. I don't get a lot of guff for the first part of that. People think it's admirable that I help kids. But when I suggest that we could actually make children's lives better by moving beyond capitalism, by ending homelessness, joblessness, sickness, misery, all of those things that come with capitalism, people call me a radical. I take that as a compliment. I'm an English teacher, so you'll have to forgive me for this, but the word radical is often misunderstood. It comes from the Latin radicalis, right? Raíces. It means, like in the words of Angela Davis, that we take a problem at the roots. A lot of problems are popping up like weeds in our world today. One of those problems that I've dealt with as a union activist and as a parent is the idea of how we're supposed to educate our children in this time of crisis. Our government has been so criminally negligent that they've left us with only bad choices. We're told parents and families should fend for themselves, try to pay the rent, try to find childcare while the schools are closed. Either that, or we accept the risk of increasing infections, outbreaks, quarantines, and death in our community by opening the schools. Those are the two choices that are given to us in this capitalist system, but it's a false choice. Let me explain. This campaign to cancel the rents and the mortgages goes to the root of the problem. Right now, politicians are refusing to give us the aid that we need to survive because they put the needs of the banks and the big corporations first. A byproduct of this is that working people are pitted against one another. We are told that parents should fight against the teachers, the parents who are struggling to survive and pay the rent, who have to go to work and don't know where they're going to send their kids, that they should fight against the teachers who are afraid for their lives to go into work. We're even divided within those groups. The parents who can afford to stay home are divided against the parents who can't. The teachers who can accept the risk of going into buildings are divided against those who cannot accept that risk. This is because capitalism seeks to isolate us from the people with whom we have the most in common. When working people like teachers and parents are taught to drag each other down like crabs in a bucket, then we forget we don't have time to pay attention to what's really going on. Oops. I need that piece of paper. Maybe I don't. What's really going on is that last year our government authorized 4.5 trillion, that's trillion with a T, dollars in cash payments and ultra low interest loans to the banks and corporations in this country. 4.5 trillion. Every year our government spends $1 trillion to maintain 1,000+ military bases around the world. Joe Biden has pledged tens of millions of dollars to the murderous and abusive police department in this country that we were out in the streets fighting to shut down. And these are the people who come to us and say we don't have money for housing. These are the people who come to us and say, wear the same one-time use mask every day this week because we don't have money to buy you a new one. We don't have money for medical masks for children in schools. We don't have money for nurses in schools. We don't have money for social workers. How's my student supposed to apply to college if they don't know what their address is next week? How's my student supposed to get an education if they're listening to my class on headphones while they're stocking shelves at Walmart to help their parents pay the rent? And why do we keep buying the lies of these capitalist politicians who tell us they care about the next generation, who tell us they care about kids, when they don't give a damn about their parents? I'll say this, if you are struggling to pay rent, if you are struggling to buy diapers, to buy groceries, to pay for childcare, don't be ashamed. We're all struggling. We're on the same team. I'm fighting with you. Right now is a time when we push through the isolation and the shame and the divisiveness to come together to fight for what we need. It's not enough to beg for crumbs for a $600 check. We want the whole damn cake. We're living through cruel times right now. We're living through a prolonged period of negligence and hate that is designed to make us tired. It is designed to pit us against each other and demoralize us and isolate us. But let's be radical. Let's take the weed by the root and pull it up. We demand an end to rents and mortgages, nothing less. We demand an end to homelessness, nothing less. We demand an end to joblessness, sickness. We demand an end, nothing less. They call us essential workers. We are essential. We run this society. And now it's about time for us to get organized and run it for ourselves. Thank you, thank you. When I say power to the people, you say? Power to the people! Power to the people! Power to the people! Let's give one more round of applause to our speakers. All right, before we get started, I want to give some instructions. Everyone should have a copy of the route by now. Please drive slow so that the people behind you can keep up. Please obey all traffic laws. We're going to be going through some residential areas, so please stop at the stop signs and watch for pedestrians. The people in the green vests will escort the cars out of the parking lot. Are y'all ready? Yeah. All right, let's go. Oh, okay. If you needed a copy of the route, we have some extras up here.
Hi, Carol. What's the end destination? That's what I really need to know.
Route?
Can someone give those out? I think.
You got a flyer there? What's that?
Oh, we're gonna pass these out to people as we go. Okay. We see people coming out.
Yeah, perfect. I'll take it off too. So I wanted to do more interviews, but that kind of went quick. You can see there's 3, 5, 10. Justice for George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Tony McDade, and Deion Johnson. Countless others. So that's 20, 30. There's about 30 cars in this line out. And as we watch everybody here, we're going to definitely remind you that you should go start programming yourself toward TrueTube Live. If you're a streamer, you want to get on too, right? We want to build that up like a YouTube, but with the lack of the censorship that we're on sometimes here on YouTube. What else? Oh, Seeking Justice on YouTube, because we're going to keep pushing more and more platforms, right? So it looks like we're going to a city office. So this should be an interesting. We're going to ride along, huh? Going to get the camera moved real quick. We'll see what happens at the end of the day, but so they're going to be doing a live, a lot of broadcasting as we drive, I guess. So we're going to see what goes on with that. If my hunches are right, we'll probably peel off here. So, folks, I do want you to know that we are sad for the loss of Chris Marcus in our community. And in those of you who knew Chris more than I did, I'm sure you're feeling that loss. And I know that one of the great things about this community as it's grown is that we do get to know one another through the chats, through the videos, through the time and the physical show-ups when we show up together for people. So by all means, yes, let's continue to grow our communities and be celebratory. Go. I'm gonna slide in fairly.
to live on the street. We should all have equal opportunity to have.
What is it? People don't just like, oh, that's the last car, I'm next. Oh, there's more. Oh, there's another one. You know, I'm going to send her a text right now, Lucinator. Of course, we do have the other one too, Kelso, that we're supposed to do a dedication for as well. The average Denver rent is $1,635. Just some fun facts for your day today. By the way, on the other side of this building that we're staring at is the COVID testing site. On Steel. Swing wide, swing wide. It's a long rally. Man, there's so much I want to talk about, but I'm legally bound and contractually obligated. I'm joking. I want to talk about shirts and masks. I know that not everybody who's going to watch the stream is a believer in the face mask. And I'm sorry if you don't know about science, and how that operates, but everybody's got filters in their houses, in their heating units, if they got a house. Right? You're supposed to change it every 2 to 3 months, generally. Clean the filter in your vacuum cleaner. There's a filter on your spigot. Used to be that rocks and stuff would get caught up in there and you have to clean it out. Depends on where you live. If you got sand, if you got water pumping. I mean, there's lots of things. But there's Denver police down there. Right? So let's show you the Denver Police Department over there. So we should say hi to the Denver Police Department. We know that their tax dollars are being spent on watching every flipping video I ever made. So good for them. or make, whatever. There's people hanging outside, pumping their fists in the air, taking photos. Let's not do that again. We're going to keep the phone in the mount. Don't want any accidents today. Look at this guy hauling pallets. Oh, we're going to switch the look for a while, huh? I forgot I was doing that. This guy's got pallets, right? Look at that. Low and slow is how we go. What are y'all talking about in the stream? Because I'm pretty boring over here. So, I can hear them on the back of the truck broadcasting. I don't know that you can. Trump said, what did Trump, no, I'm joking. Trump said, we got to connect. You got to shoot me an email one of these days. I can't write things down while I'm driving right now. I see you got some shirts up and some things on the store. Yeah, recycling is a good repeat business. Eliminate the combustion engine. Human, we can do that. Electric engines are absolutely. Good money can be made hustling pallets. So it appears we're going to the food stamp office, huh? That's a good place for a rent protest. Food stamps. I'm kind of following this because I want to hear what they have to say at the other half. All right, that's the trick to a car rally, is that it's three protests in one. The first is the rally. The second protest is the traffic. The third is the finale. And the good news is that we didn't get very far. I don't know if you can see all the way up there. See all the traffic up there, folks? That's the whole of the procession right now. It's 3, 4 blocks, 5 blocks long now. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's at least 4 blocks. So that's pretty cool. How many of you are in cryptocurrencies? Something I've been meaning to ask everybody. I want to promote Pi Crypto, just like Jeremiah Raber. We're building, mining a new digital currency. It's going to be global. Allegedly, Pi is already backdoor trading at $10 a share right now. So, at 10, what's it cost you to mine? Want to learn more? We should do a video series on this. Because I invited like 15, 20 people to come in and join me in mining. Free money. It's work every day. You put in some time, labor, you get paid for it. It's a 1099 contract, right? I don't know. It's income. There's the fire department. As long as they're not using ketamine, they're okay. These guys got the jaws of life out. Look at those bad boys. That's the jaws of life right there. Hydraulic pinchers. Cut open cars. The thing about firefighters, they don't actually just sit around and do nothing all day. They're always on doing stuff even when they're not on call. Lather, rinse, repeat, fire truck. True. However, they're saying that there's people on the bikes giving the thumbs up. They're saying that we use too much soap in our lives with all the washing and scrubbing that we do, all the phosphates that we put into the water in the streams and the supply of infrastructure. The people on the bikes like, yeah. What do we have? 5 blocks? Yeah. 5 blocks, folks. Welcome to the world of interactive television. Wish I was there. Well, now you can be. Hey, if you want to find out more about this, I'm live. My channel on YouTube is called Cut the Plastic. And I started at the beginning with their speakers and stuff.
Awesome.
Now you see that? It's through the neighborhood. There's blocks. Nice. It's an older looking Yamaha. There's literally blocks on both sides, folks. There's people yelling. Cancel our rents. It's a cancel the rents, cancel the mortgages rally. Beep to the beep, 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 beep. I don't know what's going on with my screen, but I can't read the chats very well. They don't like stay up. They hide themselves all the times. No big deal. Just a little 5-block parade going through your neighborhood, telling everybody to get on Polis and about canceling the rent, cancel the mortgage.
How's that work?
Stop giving money to the banks.
I feel that, but how does this cancel rent?
The banks have bailed out the people. No, they haven't. The people have bailed out the banks. Look at this. Just a happiness to seeing this in their neighborhood. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, you know, we could just ask the banks to bail out the people. I mean, again, you know, people bail out the banks, not the other way around. So it's time to change that narrative, I think, is what the Party for Socialism and Liberation and its speakers said earlier today, and what they're probably going to say when we get to the end of this little, parade route. So that's cool. Car rallies are the thing of the modern era, mostly because people have solar panels on their houses. and they're driving around all electric vehicles that are emitting nothing into the environment. Ha! Bye, Too Tall. I'm sorry if I missed you. You're on the road. Well, be safe, man. Don't be driving and chatting too heavy, huh? I want to get one of those old, ones that is like a beluga whale. Those are the best horns, I think. Oh, you're on the road to Cloud 9. Ah, enjoy. Take a nap. Yeah. Other than that, watch time. Oh, you could also go see Carol Funk. Carol Funk's closer up to the front of the line, a block, maybe 2 blocks ahead of me, in the parade route. She's live streaming by now, I'm sure, too. So what we have here now, folks, are kids playing in the neighborhoods, people sticking their nose out on the streets. A lot of bike riding in this neighborhood. I love it. Well, what else do you want to talk about, kids? There's so much that we could be doing. I'll be driving, so you're watching. Well, you take it easy. Don't be on cloud nine too. No, well, she was live earlier. Facebook, I think, not maybe. I don't know. And that, folks, is how we get backed up and lost out. Too many people getting let in. Well, that's life. Robert, I think that the rally is headed to a to the food stamp office. That's one long rally. It's like they're doing a giant neighborhood sweep. 29th, 35th, Colorado, Monaco, and back into the neighborhood over there off of Steel. It's a big giant loop. I could have just read that and gone to the end location. Oh well. What we might do is catch them on the loop now that we know. Man, there's nothing that pisses me off more than seeing a giant leaded TV screen sitting on the ground outside on the street, like I just drove by. Leaded. These are the screens that are toxic. You can't manage them effectively. I think we've caught up to them already, so there's no sense in turning around now. So, Robert, we just crossed Colorado Boulevard. We're going to be driving all the way up to Kearney. I might sneak off and just cut it. I gotta be honest with you, there's other things I could be doing with my day. And it's fun to participate a little bit in this, but yes, HSL, I know, but that's kind of why I'm thinking about cutting off the road here and not staying here, because I'm just driving down the street with everybody else, but also because we're heading toward Kearney, and my favorite place in the world is up there. That is the Goodwill Outlet World, where you can shop for $1 a pound or more. Jason Gaudette, we love you too, man. HSL. Yeah, that's the other thing, right? Is that I need to go to the office and I really need to start bucking down on on that and getting those Happy Fuck the Cops Day masks made. We're gonna probably do, I don't know. They're they're probably gonna end up being about $25 a mask. That's the hard part on it. But the size is the size, so we'll see what happens there. We might have to figure that one out still. You gotta find a place to live. Man, everybody's in this boat. I got a guy. He's looking for a roommate, I think. He's an attorney. Up and coming. Maybe I could connect you with him. Let's actually consider that as an option. Connecting. Be a scout. Join pack 286 03 455 5522. Boy Scouts of America. Ha ha! Thanks, Jason. We just gotta have fun in this world. We gotta enjoy life and be happy sometimes, right? Doesn't pay to be sad and upset and frustrated day in and day out and everything that we do. I want accountability in my world. I want to live in a place where we don't need to steal diapers. Where people do what they can in the best capacity they have how. Look at this beautiful human. Just over here like... Thank you. Yeah. Look at these people over here that are clapping in the car. They got the peace signs going. So I should read this little flyer they gave me. Tell us about the event. No evictions, no foreclosures, cancel the rents and mortgages. 30 to 40 million people are on the edge of eviction. 50 million people don't have enough to eat. Jesus, why do we have so many people? I'm just saying, that's a lot of people. 50 million people don't have enough to eat. That's why I was at the food bank this morning, right? Doing my part to give back and get some food. Kind of how it works. Many families are being forced to decide between paying rent and feeding their children. And our government is actually pulling back on inadequate relief measures. The federal eviction moratorium is set to end at the end of the month. Governor Polis has already ended the state moratorium. This means that they're already doing evictions. Without a real change and relief policy, according to this flyer, as of February 1st, mass evictions will be upon us. And it's just not acceptable. Fighting back and demanding a total moratorium on evictions, foreclosures, and the cancellation of rent and mortgage for the duration of the crisis. This is the Denver PSL. Their email is denver@pslweb.org. That's denver@pslweb.org. If you want to participate with them. Dude, just like smoking a joint in his car, and I just heard him go like, wow. Because it's really like 5 blocks by now long, this whole thing. The whole of the hole, right? Aw, just when I'm not paying attention. Jason, thank you. Kindness, truly appreciated. Mentioning appreciated kindness. You know, we got Phil and the family. They got a few weeks housing. We got, I guess, 10 days due to your help. And now tomorrow, Monday, we'll be looking at whether or not we're able to really get them situated. Really get that family set up for success. Right? Because that's all we want to do. We want to give them the opportunity to benefit themselves. So we know there's housing options being looked at. There's blocks of vehicles behind us. So yes, folks, we are here in Denver. This is 29th and Hudson as we come upon the stop sign. The blocks and blocks of driving that we're doing today is probably equate a couple miles, I'm sure of it. And We are on a bus line. It is definitely at least 5 blocks of traffic. From all that I can tell in my perching point in the world right now. See if I can scan out a little bit to show you. There's 1, 2, 3 blocks in front of us and a block behind, at least. So that's the fun part. What else is fun? Oh, so Phil and his family, huh? We got clothes, we got shoes and some rooms for them. Now they're working with the care provider to get them into a longer term solution out of the hotel and into a house. That's the real goal, right? So there's options, and thankfully we have people working on that. So I feel like a lot of these, it's funny because these people over here on this porch in the pink, this lady, she house a couple blocks back is the exact same house on that location. So this is fun because people are coming out of their houses. Pretty cool, huh? That's cool. Hey, you can check out the speakers and everything. I did a live stream. My YouTube's called Cut the Plastic. She's so happy. She's just like, crying happy. That's cool, right? That's legit. We absolutely have like 5 blocks. I love it. So now we got to get to this wolf guy over here. He's still living in his tent. I kind of struggle with that one because I feel like he wants to be out some days and it's so fucking cold. What are you gonna do? Gotta get indoors. Even Jerry Burton got indoors. That's the point of the effort. Get them outdoors. In. These folks out here. Hello. Got kids out playing in the park. They're playing in the park with masks on. That's the great part. The kids have masks on their faces and they're throwing footballs at each other. It's crazy. It's the world we live in now. So here we are on Kearney. Now, there you go. Now you can get a full shot of that, huh? Can you see the whole parade line down there? It's a good one. Oh, somebody else. Who did that? Jason, what are you doing? Silly? Thank you. You know, it's sad about Chris Marcus, absolutely. I truly understand the struggle in that. Losing our friends, losing our community. And for a lot of you folks who are, you know, in the chats, in the groupie panels, hanging out and talking all the time. That's it's harder. Right? It's more difficult. So, yeah, you know, we asked Janet, I'll put it out there to her, give her a feeler to see if we lost Kelso too. Kelso was an unhoused gentleman that was died in a fire. Rest in power, Chris Marcus. Yeah. But I understand, right? I mean, I've lost a lot of people in my life, folks. I knew the pain of that loss early in my life. And you know, with grandparents and parents and cousins. There's another person waving from the window. They're just out there, right? They're waving. That's beautiful. Another guy over here looking out, checking it out from his porch steps. It's time for the banks to fund the people. Oh, that's Martin Luther King Drive up here. So, that's a dangerous one. Holy cow. That one was like, what did I get into? I'm getting out of here. Should we drive up to the whole side of it? That's what I think I'm going to do. We're going to give them a look-see of what it looks like. How long this is, all the people in here, no evictions during a pandemic. These two over here cuddling hands in their car, how cute. People over profit, rent control. Right, all these cars are the line. Lots of them. So why are you in a parade today?
We're demanding that Governor Polis cancels the rents because during a pandemic, people can't afford to get on the streets.
And what about the people who are already on the streets?
Homes for all of them. There's enough empty luxury apartments to fill to have everybody housed immediately.
Is that in Denver?
In Denver.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was a good, good one. That was a good one. Oh, and they're shifting over. They're actually shifting over. So we did make it like past half of them. We're now up in the line a lot further. This bumper sticker says Free Palestine and the occupation. So that's cool. This guy over here, he's just like, I don't know what I'm looking at. Beep, 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 beep. Oh man, there's so much going on. I'm just strolling on a Saturday afternoon. Chris Powers, are you on this stream right now? You seem to just talk to all of us. I don't know what's going on there. But I do know that as I approach Quebec Avenue, I'm tempted to leave the parade and get out of it. So I want to hear your opinions. One's for staying in it. Two's for getting out and going on with life. Go get some socks and cups and stuff for the homeless, for the meals, and all those things. So you guys send me the numbers. We're going to tell you what's up. Yeah, I don't know if Chris is hiding or not. But I do know that I really did work my way right up into the front of this thing. Boss Mayor says go shopping. I mean, I got $6 in super chats. So. Oh my God, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Look at how excited he is. He's got his hands up. He's all like, yeah! Yeah, they're excited. They're looking at this like, man. Okay, 2 hands on the wheel. $20? What the hell? What? Go do that today, huh? Stormy, you're in here. How's it going? Jason, I'm just getting blessed. Man, you're amazing. Seriously, you're gonna make me cry. Yeah, you know, we're stocking up more kitchens with the supplies to be able to do the washing of the dishes and the silverware and the plates in a no trash manner. We're trying to establish it so that there's a couple of sets material goods for the use by various entities. That's just the reality of it. So I gotta go back to the other chat because this is how I have to do this stuff. Oh, man, we just. Yeah, boss. You know it. I'm trying to read a little bit of chat without hitting anybody. Judas Priest, another thing coming. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out if there's ones and twos here, because I'll keep the stream going at the flippin'. Oh, there's twos. It says get out of this and go there. Well, then that's the case, I guess. We'll follow it back to Kearney and take the dump over, huh? We'll leave the line and go shopping. Caterpillar, we're up on the east side of Denver, just off of Martin Luther King and Quebec Avenue. We're rolling through neighborhoods in a. Let the banks pay our rent. Let the banks pay the rent. Yeah, she's saying exactly. So we're out here in the neighborhood. There's 5 blocks of cars traveling in unity with this thing that we're doing. It's a car rally with the Party for Socialism and Liberation. They've got their signs out. They got cars painted up. Everybody's got their flashers on. And so yeah, Caterpillar. And Slash, thank you. It's just been a thing lately. Cut the plastic, the environmental. Waco gave me $20 the other day to get some stuff, and we bought that. And you guys, I'm going to show you, because I got a bag in the back of my trunk. I do this a little bit more than I'd like to admit sometimes. And the reality is that I'm responsible about it. But it's a stress reliever also. We're going to show you when we get to the Goodwill, because I will do that. I saw a couple of twos. So, I got soup containers. Stainless steel soup containers. I got plastic cups, plastic plates, plastic bowls. We yeah, I know, for cut the plastic you should buy a lot of plastic. But we're not putting plastic lined paper in the landfill every week because of it, right? Because that's what happens otherwise. 100 plastic plates or 100 paper plates. Paper is not just paper because they like the ones that are solid and they hold. And that's I love it. Nice shirt. She's got her Black Lives Matter shirt on. She came out. See the blocks behind me. Blocks ahead. It's a big rally. It's pretty cool. So anyway, the plates, the cups, all these things that we get, we wash them. We use them week after week. The forks, the socks, we give those away. Jackets, and I want y'all to know, because there's There's a Spider size 10 kids jacket in my trunk right now. For one of the boys, right? And I bought blank DVRs, CDRs, DVRs from a whole stack of them by the pound, $1.79 a pound for DVDs for Eric to write his evidences on. Trials are gonna have to happen again eventually. You can't keep everything digital, right? So, you know, the effort is honest and it's beautiful. And we do it because there's so much to be done. If you're not at the SOS encampments, you don't have access to washers and dryers so much, right? So what happens to your clothes, to your socks? I mean, even in a hotel or motel, you've got don't always have access to laundry. It is what it is. So we hit. This is it here, folks. We're gonna split off up here, and I'm going to partially just pull over right here. We're gonna let you see the entirety of the parade. So that's the beginning of it right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So tell us, why are you out here today?
We're out here. Oh no! I might not be able to.
Just real quick, why are you out here?
We're out here to cancel rent and mortgages because it's inhumane that the government is trying to kick people out of their homes, especially during a pandemic. That's why we're here.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
What brings you out here today?
We're out here trying to be out here for our community. We're in the middle of a pandemic. Working class people are struggling, and the government's not doing anything to help us.
All right, thank you. What brings you out here? This is the fun part of it. What brings you out here today? Why are you out in a car with all these people?
Because we need to cancel the rent.
Okay, thank you. What do you want to tell the world today?
We're out here canceling the rents and mortgages. The government needs to get its shit together.
Thank you. What do you want to tell the world?
They need to cancel the rents now. This government needs to go. Democrats, Republicans, the same thing. We need to abort this system immediately. This is just a symptom of that.
Thank you. What do you want to tell the world? Why are you out here today?
Fighting for the cancellation of rents and mortgages.
Okay.
That's what we're doing out here. We can spread the awareness of that to all these people, the working class people. That's what's up.
Thank you.
Cancel the rents and the mortgages now. There are 40 million people.
What do you want to tell the people?
Hey, I just think we're doing the right thing, man. It's about time. This is what's meant to be. It needs to be.
Okay.
Proud of
Thank
you guys.
you.
We won't accept mass eviction. Cancel the rents and mortgages. No evictions. No foreclosures. This is what we demand of the government. No more evictions. No more foreclosures.
Want to talk? So what do you want to tell the world today?
We need rent cancellation now. This is something that everyone desperately needs. This is unbelievable that our government hasn't done more.
Thank you. What do you want to tell the world today?
We gotta get shit done.
All right, $600 isn't livable. What do you want to say to the world today?
Cancel rent during a pandemic. A lot of people are becoming unemployed. How do they expect us to pay? With $600, how are we supposed to pay rent and provide food for our children when we're losing jobs?
What do you want to tell the world?
Cancel the rent!
People can't pay their rent. We need a rent cancellation and a total ban on evictions, nothing less. Unemployment, food insecurity, and poverty are at their highest point since the Great Depression of the 1930s. All our government has done is give us 2 pitiful checks that don't even begin to cover the breadth of our expenses. Cancel the rents, cancel the mortgages, no evictions, no foreclosures, make the banks pay.
Thank you. And there you have it, folks. The line of them. That was 5 blocks worth. Save that highlight. And let's show you what's in the trunk. Because I saw somebody else kicked in a couple extra dollars. How genuinely fantastic. So, let's start off with 10 pounds. No, that's 50 pounds of potatoes. That's what's in the trunk right there, baby. 50 pounds of potatoes. That's a sleeping bag, right? When you find a sleeping bag at the homeless at the store, you got to buy those because that's somebody's life or death. Those run between $5 and $8 a piece by weight, right? That's a kid's jacket. Got that for the family. That's the size 10 I was telling you about. Yes. We got, no, I wasn't kidding. Plates, cups, lots of cups. There's some silverware in the bottom of there. A water pitcher, if it's not silver. Which I'm sure it's not. It's probably tin. Look at these. These are thermoses, soup jars, applesauce, oatmeal, something hot. Stainless steel, right? We get those by the pound. Don't lose the lid. So, lots of cups and bottles. Big deal for those. Just a bag full of them. Just full of them. And then every once in a while you find something really cool like that. I don't know what it is, but I found it. So, hi everybody. Shout it to the rooftops, right? Very important business. So, thank you all for being here. I really do appreciate all of you. Jason, you're killing me. Truly. You're basically just funding my next trip today to go get more from, more for the neighbors. So we're gonna get, and that's just one bag that's back here, folks, by the way. There's, just got one of these. Oh, you can't see that. That's me. Insulated bags for hauling food. There's more. There's clothes in there. There's too much stuff. Let's get that one out of the way. There. Here. See? Sometimes you just got to get clothes for the people. There's socks, underwear, whatever it is. Anyway. What the? No, stop. You're killing me. Cancel the ruts, though. That's definitely it. Who wants to go shopping? Let's go shopping. Ah. 50 pounds of potatoes. That's going to the Brandt family. The Brandt collective of everybody down south getting some taters. So we said Monaco's we were going to cut off and go to the Goodwill. Jason, you're killing me though, buddy. I'm grateful. The work that we do is truly impactful. And that's the reason that we do it, right? Because it makes a difference in people's lives. That's the point of it. So, with your generosity, we're going to go do that again. And when I tell you why I have to do it, how close we were when I said I was going to just pull over, like it's not like I'm going out of my way. Because it's just right here. That's literally like, well, it was just there, right? If you're 5 blocks from the grocery store and you need milk, you better go get the darn milk, right? One of the things that really bothers me about this zone is this is another unhoused community area. And as you see the plight of people literally living on the street, on the side of a highway, along the train tracks, this is why we cancel the rent. She's going to Goodwill, I bet you. because we have people and tents and property. All of it's right here. Can you see it? There's my world. Why are we saying we should be canceling the rents? Well, the view don't look so good from the mountains when you know that people are living in these things. 42nd Street cleanup, sanitation. So the RV is the cleaning unit for everybody who lives out here. There's the train. Cars. This world though. Hundreds of dollars per dumpster to the tune of tens of thousands of dollars a year. And it's not efficient, it's not clean, it's not healthy for the people who live in these environments or the environment. And that's why I advocate for places like safe outdoor spaces, campgrounds where people have trash and waste management, and where there's a methodology and infrastructure. Services, yeah. But at the end of the day, let's face it, folks. If somebody's got schizophrenia, if somebody's got terminal diabetes or cancer, liver functions, whatever, it shouldn't be here. It shouldn't be in this zone. And once you start getting all of those people, then, you know, you've got families and kids to keep out of the off the street. You just got to keep moving them up. It's hard. But I just took a trip around the block for y'all there. And I don't think I'm going to actually be able to carry the camera indoors. Because I got to use two hands to dig. And I can't even tell you. Thank you, Jason. Well, you got me bouncing on this fucking mentality right now because of your overwhelming generosity. That is just got me a little amped up here. I'm going to go buy I'm going to spend an hour or get socks. I'm going to get plates. I'm going to get the things that our infrastructure needs to be sustainable. And I'm going to do it with a thank you. So, let's see. That spot's taken. We're going to go park over there. I mean, this is next to the highway. So from no canceling the rents, no rent, no mortgage. I mean, somebody's got to pay for housing. Somebody's got to pay for people. The people got to pay for themselves when they can. Maybe. I mean, to some function, there's like obviously expectation that society functions and that there's suburbs and that there's all those things, right? But at the end of the day, the bigger the population gets, the bigger the catch can has to be, right? If the flood is 10 billion gallons and your locks are only designed for 10 million gallons, it's going to break. And then you got to build bigger ones, right? Whatever. So we're going to go in and get this done before the store closes. I want to show you the best that I can of my ability. So what this place looks like and what it's like inside. So I'm going to try to take you in for a minute. Got a video coming up that I've been working on about this place. But it's not ready yet. There's a couple of rules you have to know. The first one is that you gotta have gloves. Gloves are a requirement. Gotta have a bag. That's always a good idea. And gotta lock your car. Gotta have a mask on nowadays. So what we do when we get in this place is going to be dependent on... In fact, I got a phone call coming in. Not answering a phone call while I'm live, sorry. I don't know who it is. The building doesn't have a signal. I can't videotape from the inside. It's a warehouse. In there are rows and bins and rows of clothes. No, seriously, so I'm gonna try, but it seems as if you can't be in here filming in the private business, and I said that's fine. I was just showing people what it was. So I hope you all got to see the bins a little bit, the clothing I'm about to go dig through. Thank you, Jason. We really,
No, I think I got it.
so I'm not gonna be in there. Yeah, so we'll get some more stuff for CNC and the other action efforts and what they do, okay? So thank you all. We're gonna cut this stream before Jason gets too drunk on me. He's already too drunk on me, I think. I don't know, according to what I'm reading. Anyway, that's it. We'll talk to y'all soon. Have a good day. Wait, what? Have a great weekend. We'll talk to y'all soon. Talk to you soon, Jason. Thank you. And don't forget the Happy Fuck the Cops Day masks are coming. You can email COMaskeraid, COMaskeraid, to get your pre-orders in. If I get 50 pre-orders, I'll make 100. If I get 100 pre-orders in, I'll make 150, right? So I'll make 50 more than I need. Talk to y'all later. Thank you.